Hey, what's up everybody? BDF 44 coming at you with another video. Alright, so I'm headed off to my therapist and see about just exactly what I can do about some of these vibes I've been feeling. Hopefully I can shake some of this bad energy off, or she can help me get to the bottom of it or something. But I've just been struggling a lot in my personal life and all these different things. Just everything that's been going on been kind of tough, so I figured this would be a perfect time to go see about her and try to put myself in a position to address it professionally, I guess. So should be good. I haven't seen her in about 2.5 weeks, and in the last session we had, we communicated about limiting communication with my homegirl Kay, and since then a lot has happened, and I told y'all about it in the last 2 therapy sessions, at least as much as I could without giving away information that ain't necessary, because it's speculation in a lot of cases without communication. But at the end of the day, I think positively about this person, and want good things for us both. And sometimes when you want more for somebody than what they can give you, you find yourself on the wrong end of the stick, and that's what the story's been about for the last several months, as you guys who followed this close enough already have an understanding of. So I don't find myself in a much better space than I did when I was going through it in the worst of times. To be honest with you, it ain't gotten better, but I've gotten stronger, and so that's why I'm handling it the way that I am. I communicated my concerns yesterday to my friend in her inbox, and she's yet to see those concerns, so it's not like she's leaving them on scene. But I told her, I was like, let's try to put ourselves in a position to communicate better, or let's try to see if we can get in one another's lives, if that's something you want, so that we're not just in each other's phones. Let's make a concerted effort to try to build whatever we're trying to build. If not, then I'm just gonna start breaking away, like your behavior is showing me I should. And so that's really where I'm at with that. It looks like it's gonna rain. I think it did say it was gonna rain at some point. I didn't wear the right clothes for that. So that's a little frustrating, but I had to get out of there fast because that Target run that I was on took a little too long. And, I want to be on time to the best of my ability, but, now I got to catch the bus, I believe, because right now it is 1:03, so it takes about an hour to walk down here and probably about 15 minutes to get there on the train. So if I catch the bus, I'll get there too early. If I walk there, I'll probably get there late. So I'm in no man's land as it pertains to my path. But we'll see how I feel when I get to the end of this street, Van Owen. We'll see if I want to catch that bus or not. But yeah, man, frustrated, tired of being ignored by somebody who says they care about me. You know what I mean? Quite honestly, I never asked her to be nowhere she didn't want to be. I never asked her to show up, give me no money or nothing like that. But to not respond consistently to a person's text, at the very least you could tell me to F off, you know what I mean? If that's what it is. But that's not what she ever gives me. That's not ever what it is. So it's like you just find yourself confused. And that ain't where I like to be. I don't like being in confused land or no man's land, or in some space where I don't understand what it is that I'm dealing with. And so that's what I'm telling her. I want to know what it is I'm dealing with. What puts you in this position to feel like looking at something that's positive pointed at you and not say anything? What kind of energy is that? What am I dealing with when I'm dealing with that? What makes you believe that giving me the bare minimum in responses is satisfactory? Is it like you don't respect me? Is it that I'm too nice of a guy and you don't respect that? And various different things that I've already said in 2 videos ago. So it's like, I don't know what it is. Are you involved in something that maybe if you say too much, it'll be a problem, as to which I don't need to know too much, but just give me a head nod or something if it's one of those. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what people are into in LA. I really don't, man. At the end of the day, that's what it really comes down to. This is LA. And people be getting into stuff or being involved in stuff, and they secretly really want to be a certain way, but they just can't because of the influence of what it is they're involved in. It's like, look, if that's what you own, I don't blame you, because a lot of people in them circumstances without no choice. but let me know that I need to get the hell away from you because of that, so that I can have my peace of mind. You know what I mean? Literally. But if people are too selfish to do that, they want what you bring to the table, they just don't want to have you too close so you all in their mix. It's like, look, I don't have time for selfishness in that regard. I'm struggling with my own selfishness, you know. I'm a naturally selfish person myself. So for me to be dealing with somebody that selfish to where they can't give me what it is that they know I should have, but keep me at a certain distance just to keep taking from me what it is that I give, nah, my selfishness then tells me that I need to walk away from that person. And so I've been struggling with that. I've been praying about that. I've been telling her, hey, look, I'm not interested in being in a space where I'm mistreated. You know, I told her that back in October. I'm not interested in being treated like a good guy who should be discarded of. I'm getting a whiff that might be what this is. She used to different elements of people, and while she appreciates goodness, she wars with it just the same. It's like, yo, I don't care for that. I don't care for that at all. I'm too old for that too. I don't have time for that. So, yeah, man, it's just a lot of unnecessary strain, and it no longer feels like it should be poured into in that regard. I don't feel like the gift is worth as much as the burden is weighing down, I guess is what you could say, on my head. And so, you know, I told her I'm ready to break out of my shell as it pertains to communicating. I'm ready to break out of my shell as it pertains to not dating, not being involved with nobody, being alone and all of that. I'm out of that space. I don't necessarily want to be in that space no more. I don't hate that she may not be in that space with me. I don't hate that she may not be appreciative of the fact that I'm not in that space no more. But, you know, it just is what it is. Everybody come to their own conclusions about where they want to go. And I've been asking the Lord for strength and asking the Lord for different things that put me in a position to face these issues. And it's like, one of the things he's given me is the ability to communicate a little better. The willingness to face the fears that come with communicating with somebody who has made it very clear that communicating is not their thing. And you lay too much on them, it's like too much for them. And I respect that, but I don't think that I can sacrifice my own mental health just to keep rolling with that for her. Especially when I don't see her, you know what I mean? It's like, you ain't the only one going through something fun, you know, fun. It's not funny that we go through these type of situations in life to where we start thinking about ourselves and not others, but here I am going through what I'm going through, and I'm pouring into her. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, I'm not that selfish, because here I am thinking about what's better for you, but it's only but so much I can give you in that regard. So I'm looking forward to working all this out in therapy, man, finding balance, praying for balance, looking to receive it in whatever way it comes. And as I look for it, hopefully I find also what else is meant for me in this life. Somebody that's best for what it is I'm pouring in. All these prayers and all this stuff that I have to give. I may not be the richest guy in the world, but, you know, I would show up. If she asked me to show up somewhere, I'd show up. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. And that she doesn't is probably a good thing. You know what I mean? It's not like she's all on top of me, calling me every 5 minutes, trying to see what I'm doing and all that. I appreciate that. But at the same time, it's like, how much does that speak to her either having her interest elsewhere or just not having that in her to be interested at all? And how does that fare for me either way? At this point in time, not very good. You know what I mean? Just not very good. Not very good is the answer. So, yeah, man. So as the Holy Spirit was telling me this morning, I'm tired. As in, he sees that I'm tired. I am. I'm exhausted of this situation. I'm exhausted of this so-called friendship that don't feel very friendly at all. You know, don't feel like I'm being considered very much. And while I tried to be that for this person for long enough, to a point, I think I've been there for long enough. You know what I mean? So that is what's on my mind. Unfortunately, I'd love to say it was something more than that. It ain't, man. It ain't. That's all I got. There's a lot of things I need to be talking about, but I need to sort this out today with the therapist, and I feel strong enough to do it. And I'm appreciative of the strength that the Lord has given me. And hopefully we can purge this out of my system so I can be who I need to be for myself. And if somebody else fits into that, cool. If not, can't say I didn't look for help. You know what I mean? That's what it really comes down to. Some of these days have been hard to get out of bed because of this stuff. You know what I mean? Honestly. But I'm out. You know what I mean? I'm out of bed. I'm here. I haven't wavered on my exercise. Haven't wavered on my prayers. Haven't wavered on my eating habits or none of that. I'm doing what I need to do. You know, just doubling down on my intentions for the betterment of myself when I feel my worst. And that's something to be proud of, I believe. That's something to thank God for. But as far as me standing in this situation to the detriment of my own mental health, waiting for that person to come around and care enough about my mental health to maybe give a little more than what they've given, or maybe going to a red in regards to their mental health so that I can feel a little better. It's about time for that. I feel like I deserve that. I really do. Specifically from her. I deserve that. If it's a little hard for you to communicate these things, it was very hard for me to sit in this space without you doing it. And I did it for months. So if you can't come around to do that for me, then it's time for me to stop doing this for you. And if you don't care whether I'm here or not, then I've gotten to a point where I'm okay with walking away. So I hope you really mean that. You know, that's where we at with that. So yeah, man, I'm gonna end this video here. Don't need to be much longer than this. This ain't that serious of a topic. It really ain't. But it is as it pertains to me, but not as it pertains to the world. So that's pretty much what I gotta say. My name is BDF 44. Thank y'all for watching. I'm out.